Sputnik. What is a Sputnik? To the commoner American, a Sputnik can best be described as any Soviet spacecraft made during the space age. But in reality, the only pieces of technology named Sputnik were the first three made for spatial exploration in 1957 and 1958, launched by and from the Soviet Union. The first of the three, launched on October 4th, 1957, set forth the great space race to the moon between the US and the Soviet Union, due to the fact that at the time, the US had believed they were way more technologically advanced than the Soviet Union. Later, on November 3rd, 1957, the Soviet Union launched a second Sputnik carrying the first living organism launched into space from Earth, named Laika. Laika was a relatively small street dog taken in by the Soviet spaceflight program, training quite like many astronauts do today. Unfortunately, due to an increase in heat and panic during liftoff, she died about 5 to 7 hours later. Laika was considered an international celebrity, and later on in 2008, had a small monument created in her honor in Moscow. The third Sputnik, launched on May 15, 1958, was intended to be the first of the three, but due to how much more complex it was than the others, it was launched later to beat the US to space. In the end, Sputnik may have helped the Soviet Union get to the space first, but the US had beaten them to the moon, marking the end of the space race, but not the space age.